Okay, what I'm going to do today is explore a new medium. For me, at least, it's a new medium. I absolutely loved the Power Wax from PowerTex. This one, the thick one, because I could handle it exactly the same way as I could with my oils and cold wax medium. I just was informed by the manufacturer that they no longer make this Power Wax. So there's some stock left, but then after that there's nothing. So I really want to try something else and see if I can make my textures with another acrylic medium. A friend of mine gave this heavy gel medium, so I'm going to try that and see if I can have the same effects as with the Power Wax and the acrylics. I'm very much afraid that it will dry quickly, but we will try. It's also kind of fun to try something else. So I'm taking my Prussian blue, as I like to start with a dark underlayer. And then I'll mix in some of this heavy gel medium, which is a bit like the old Power Wax thin. And what I did with the old Power Wax was I mixed in some marble dust. So I can also try that with this one. And for me it's really thin. Yes, it is a nice color. I think we will lose the beautiful matte finish of the Power Wax. Let's see if we can find a solution for that too. Just a bit thicker, it dries very fast. That can be an advantage, but it can also be a disadvantage, because I want to make some textures. I'll quickly make some textures. See what this works. Maybe press in some paper. I don't know if the paper's too thin for acrylics. Oh, that's nice. What I always do is keep these for collage papers. Okay, I'm going to let this dry. It should dry quite quickly, and then I'm going to do the next layer. Okay, this is almost dry. You can see that it's a bit more shiny than the wax, but it's okay. And I like the textures that we created, especially this one with the paper. So I'm going to do another layer in bronze. And I think I'm adding a bit of marble just to see the effect. See if it's a bit more matte. Maybe this is not the right color to try it out, because we will lose a bit of the shine of the bronze. I don't want to cover everything up. Maybe I should have made the textures a bit thicker. I wanted to have it just stuck on the top of the textures and cover up the whole paper. You can see that that's difficult. Still a bit too thin. Maybe add some more dust. It's a bit better. The big difference is if it's thin like that, you will just fill up the textures. The paint will go into the textures, and I want to keep them just on top of the textures so that the background is shining through. That is the challenge, to do this with this gel medium. Even though I keep my touch light. I like it. I like it more with marble dust in it. Maybe we just have to create some thicker textures. Let's see how this dries. Okay, let's continue this experiment. I've taken a blue, a green, white and a titanium buff because I always like to mix either with the titanium buff or with the white. I'm going to mix in some of the texture paste gel. But I already know what is different. Like I said, it's sometimes too thin, so it will go into the textures instead of staying on top. But maybe this is just another way of working, because I do really like the acrylics. Because of their drying time and easy cleanup. So let's continue with a bit of green. And if you have any tips, maybe on another medium or a thicker medium. I don't want to be too thick because I don't want it to be opaque. Often the really thick mediums are opaque. And I still want to try to achieve this transparency. But it's like with all new techniques, you just have to practice and see. Let's add some blue. You can see that when the textures are thick enough, it works. Let's see if you press hard, what happens? Yeah, you can see the textures. Maybe we'll blend them in a bit more. The paper buckles a bit, but it will probably fasten down when dry. Okay, let's add some stencil and see if that works. I never do the whole stencil, just a part of it. Yeah. It doesn't have the beautiful transparency of the cold wax in oils, but the power wax didn't have that either, so I don't really mind that. It's just, for me, it's really thin. But on the other hand, it gives you opportunities to play. There's so many art supplies that you can't use with oils and you can use with acrylics. So this is the fun part of it. So I think we will find our way around. At least we can create textures. This looks a bit regular, one in here and one in here. I didn't really notice that, but we will cover up that later, maybe with some acrylic ink. Maybe we can just throw in some ink. Let's see what will happen if we throw in some ink. Maybe it's better to wait till it's dry, but I don't have any patience, so I'll just throw it in and then see if I can spread it, or maybe need some water. Always with these spray bottles that they don't want to work when you want them to work. But this looks kind of cool. I think I have to let it dry first. So this is a kind of fun. I will have to let it dry now. Maybe next time wait till it's dry so I don't pick up the colors from the underlying layers. I must say I really love what the ink did. It's beautifully transparent. That's the thing to keep in mind. You can layer and create textures with the heavy gel medium, and then maybe do a glaze. If you want to do a glaze, take the acrylic inks instead of the acrylic paints. So you can also dig into the layers. This is just a tool I love. The scraping back is really difficult with this medium. Oh, that's good to know. It's difficult to scrape back. And that was the advantage of the power wax. We learned from that if you want to scrape back, or if you have lost a little bit of the underlying layers, you have to scrape back when it's still a bit wet, because this is way too hard to scrape back into. Then we will test some of these drawing tools. This is a nail color, and that works quite well on a dry surface. You see, this stays on top of the texture, so this is kind of cool. And then we will try a Posca pen, some gold. We do some gold dots. Yes. Okay, so layering and texture making goes really well with this heavy gel medium. Scraping back a bit less, but it's still kind of fun what happened. I'll just add some paint here in this dark corner, and then I think I will let it dry and see if it flattens when dry. So it's not the same as the cold wax in oils. It doesn't have this depth, but it's still fun to try out. And it has lots and lots of possibilities. This is kind of fun to compare. This is the piece I did in cold wax and oils, an exercise 2. And this is the one we made with gel medium and acrylics. And you can see that the textures are quite the same. It's a bit more shiny here. I did a glaze over this one, so that's difficult to compare. It makes it a bit flat. And you can scrape back in this one. So both are kind of cool. And I'm positive surprised about this part with the ink, the neocolors, and the acrylics. So it's a kind of fun to compare them. And I think that this is quite promising, even though I didn't really like it in the beginning. So my experiments will be continued. If you like texture, whether it's in cold wax and oils or in acrylics with some gel medium, sign up for my channel. There will be more videos on texture making. And let me know in the comments what kind of medium you mix into your acrylics to create textures. And I'm going to try that out too. Thank you for watching and bye for now.